Congratulations, you came this far. And I've been on a quest. And the secret is really that we all, yes, we all have within ourselves the secret for this world to improve. And it's such a very simple secret. What does change means? No, I mean the world and how it's structured. It's about connection, history, action, nobility, generosity, and empathy. How we connect with people is through their story, their life story. You in America, you're going through a revolution. Is that bad? Is that good? Obviously, it's good. We're going through a new birth. You in Latin America, we're still going through the same hurdles. And why stories are so important, our personal stories, is because it's through those lessons that we act, that we grow. And after we grow and we can have a positive impact around our families and around our communities, that's noble. That's about nobility. It's about how we relate to one another. A lot of people are criticizing Trump or saying America first. But that's just how a family should look. A family's obligation is with the family, and then with the people around, and with the community, with the city, and eventually to their country. If we all join together and resolve our own small problems, it'll be very easy. Yes, it would be much easier to resolve problems at large. And the Judeo Christian values, and that's not against any religion, but those principles you can find around the world. It's that innate feeling that we have when we see someone that needs help. That's something bigger than us. And that's why change is much bigger than just a person or a product or a technology. This is how we're going to change how we look at our neighbors. Yes, our neighbors. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're in a big country or in a small country, we're all neighbors. We don't have to agree, but we have to coexist. We don't have to be enemies, but we can be financially tied. And we can be adversaries in commerce. We can trade and we can have different interests. But in the end of the day, we need to work together, but respecting each other's boundaries. I've been doing this for years and I've paid a high price. You know, Sometimes people talk about success or about persistence. And sometimes I've always asked myself if it wasn't stubbornness. But we got this far, but we need your help. We need your involvement because this particular first technology, when we bring it to the market, can have a positive impact in your life, in your family life, against allergies, will help your pets, your four-legged friends, your companies. It's a breakthrough in biosecurity, but in a sense that is positive. It's positive and can go further. We all need to look at the future as a bright future. We should stop being so negative. And honestly, and I say this with a very heavy heart, all of us need to stop fighting. Look, I'm talking about this because if you look in Europe, in the US, and in Brazil, or Latin America, there's a lot of tensions among brothers and sisters. Because in the end of the day, we inhabit cities, states, and countries together. That's why I'm talking about political aspects of a lot of issues, because we need to be generous and we need to work together, respecting the boundaries. And this is empathy as well, the last word. And why is a movement about technology, positive impact, political change, social change? What does that mean? Because if you think about everything we have done so far as humanity, we have grown and the world is much better than it used to be. But for some reason, we start complaining. And as a political scientist, I believe that's important for us to have very deep conversations. Yes, capitalism has been great for creating wealth, but why is it that so many millions of people are attracted to socialism? We have divided this idea between capitalism and socialism, and it's time for change because I honestly believe we need to create a new system. Look, America is much more than a country. It is a promise written in the Declaration of Independence in 1776. And this promise goes much further than anything ever. Those words were very important in 1776. And why is America so tied to Israel? Because Israel is another promise, not a promise of a government of the people, but a government affected by God. If you're not religious, just take that a little apart. For the first time, we have a promise to Abraham that there will be a time and there will be a place, will be a nation that was built an image like the promised land. Who doesn't want to live in a promised land? When we talk about Gaza, when you see the destruction, could that be different? Yes, it could. You see, political will, it's very key. But we from the West, we need to ask ourselves, how did that happen? How come billions of dollars just went, instead of going to help those people, you went to war, went to tunnels, weapons. So yes, Israel is more than a country, it's more than a name, it's an idea alongside America. Brazil, for example, Brazil has copied, yes, just basically copied the American government, a system of government. And Brazil, I believe we are unique. And that's why we're under attack. And even within Brazil, the forces are just really getting to each other. Yes, they already want to impeach the current president. But you know what? We need to stop and learn how to work together. Because in the end of the day, we have a president and a former president that have the country divided in a sense that basically half of the country supports Bolsonaro, half of the country supports Lula. Now it's time, just like in America, that we're seeing this convergence of forces that we support the country. So we should all support Brazil, America, Israel, and understanding that when we say America, that is an ideal, but at the same time, the government does not represent everyone. You have competing forces, you have what they call deep state, and it's amazing. It is in scripture. And honestly, until very recently, I hadn't looked at scripture, at the Bible, with such a careful eye when it says that everything that was a lie or a secret will come forward. And now we're learning, as Churchill said, if we knew how politics and sausages were made, we would have a little bit of a disgust. And the fact of the matter is, it's time for change. And change is all of this. And I invite you to join this movement wherever you are in the world, because this is not about me or you. This is about something bigger. This is about we all working together in a sense that we take care of our lives. We start sharing knowledge, wealth, and information once and for all for the good of everyone. There is plenty of products of wealth. There's enough food produced today so that no child will be sleeping hunger. The problem is we don't distribute. We need to change. We need to think in a different way. Today is 2025. Yes, we had a good run with a system designed for competition, for for job creation, but at the same time, now we have robots and we have AI. So we all, and I believe the future is bright. I believe now is the time for you to join and to bring your piece of the puzzle because we together will have the solution we always had. It's enough, has been enough time of the glimmer and negative idea that the world will come to an end, that everything is nasty, everybody's bad, everything is racist. Stop. You know what? I believe everyone, or at least most people, are just tired of the negativity. And you know what? Ancient cultures believe that everything that comes out of our mouth becomes a reality. Funny, right? We talk about the secret, about you know physics, about ideas that it's a bit strange when phenomena happen. But if you look at ancient tradition and in the Bible, interesting. In Genesis, even God spoke. So if we keep talking about how bad it is, how negative, how this, how that, how this person is a Nazi, or is, come on, it's enough. So for you, that this message resonate, that perhaps there is something better. We will talk about this, about new technologies, about everything you can use in your home. We're going to share knowledge. We're going to share information so that you can have a positive impact around your family and your community. So nice to meet you. I'm Marcel Amory, and I invite you to join Change. See you on the other side.